All right, what is up, H-Town, or wherever you are watching us? Welcome into Sports with VYPE, Sports with Balls on VYPE, either or we like to say it. Happy Thursday evening, and boy, I gotta say, were we wrong on Monday.
Well,
Titans won that game.
Yeah, we were. We were definitely wrong on that game. I think the Bills still would have pulled that out. Josh Allen slipped.
Yeah.
He fell down.
I know, but we thought it was going to be more than a touchdown because it was -6 Buffalo, and we were like, no, they're going to put more up on the board than that. The over-under was like 54 something. And
Nathan called us out on Facebook already with the Miley Cyrus. The Enrique had us jamming Miley Cyrus before we came on air. So
heck yes, we did. Enrique, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no
Love
problem.
that song. I feel like
it.
that was like Hannah Montana / Miley Cyrus, right? It was like her first big song after Hannah Montana.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I think I liked Miley more than Hannah.
Oh, I like Hannah more than Miley.
Are
I'm
you?
old school.
Let us know if you're a Hailey or a Hannah.
Hailey. You're just going to combine the two, right? We're just going to
It's
combine
not
the
Monday,
two. That's
it's
right.
Thursday.
That's right.
Oh, man. Man, what a week, especially if you are a Houston Astro fan. We did not win on Monday night, obviously, but did they come back on last night, which was unbelievable, and Framber Valdez put together one of the most impressive pitching performances from a Houston Astro that I've seen since Mike Scott back in the day.
I mean, I think that was the best start of his year.
Oh, for
Through
sure.
8 innings, you talk about how impressive this team is on the road in a hostile environment with the Red Sox yelling, like boo the Astros, everything like that. And they put up 9 runs back-to-back nights, just like the Red Sox did. And I'm like, you know what? Not only you can do it, Boston, we can do it too in your home turf. And now it's a traveling day, time to wrap it up here in Houston.
I hope tomorrow night, we're going to get into the ALCS here in a little bit, and the NLCS, and as we know, the Houston Astros play tomorrow night here. We'll go over the lineups and starting pitchers and all that stuff, but man, this is one of those rare moments of the year where all 4 sports are playing at the same time. NHL, NBA just kicked off, NFL, we've got the Browns tonight playing, which, man, are they banged up? I've got a lot to talk about the Cleveland Browns tonight. And, you've got baseball. So you got every sport, every of the 4 major sports playing right now, and it's a fun time of year.
I love Halloween. Why did I say that? I love October. You got Halloween as well is what I meant to say.
Halloween. That's Cole's favorite. It's his favorite holiday.
Why not? He gets to dress
loves
up in
Halloween.
his favorite character. What's he going to be this year?
Cole, what are you going to be this year?
He doesn't know. It's like next week.
Yeah,
Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad.
I mean, it's Iron Man probably, something like that. But, the downfall to Halloween is the candy, and I haven't been to the gym in 2 weeks, so the candy's starting to take its toll. I need to get back in quick.
Unfortunately, I'm with you, too. I've been under the weather, so I haven't worked out. But, yeah, we'll get back on it soon. Okay. It is time for our high school spotlight. Like Jeff said, one of the a million sports going on right now. High school football, baby. Big in Texas, big in the South in general. And this is brought to you by VYPE.com. They cover all sports from schools in the South, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, you name it, all in the South. They got volleyball, basketball, baseball, football, all the sports covered. So let's talk about the big high school sports that are happening tonight, these games that are going to be held on VYPE, the Thursday night lineup. We got Vandergrift versus Westlake. We got Vandergrift versus Lake Travis Jr., and Davis versus Nimitz.
They're playing 2 games? Wait, Vandergrift's playing 3 teams tonight?
That's probably like the JV or freshman.
It's JV, freshman, and you got 2 freshman teams and a JV team. And then you got Davis versus Nimitz, Lee versus PA Memorial, McCollum versus Northeast, Cedar Park versus Pflugerville, H. Christian versus Kincaid, Northbrook versus Cy Ridge, Eaton versus Southlake, Carroll and Hightower versus Peyto, which Peyto, ooh.
I got some good memories of Kincaid High School.
Oh, I do too.
Why, did you date somebody who went there?
No!
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, dance team.
Oh, dance team.
Dance team. Why do you have good memories at Kincaid?
Just high school parties, keg parties. What's a memorial? Kincaid's over there in that
Keg
area.
parties in high school?
Yeah, remember those? Oh, you didn't go to cake parties in high school. I did. Those were fun, man. We had a lot of fun. We used to charge at the door and everything. We made money. Like, I remember my junior year, we threw a big party at my house. We got busted for it, but that was after we made like $500 because we charged people coming through the gate. It was fun.
What?
My parents went out of town in New Orleans.
Okay, this sounds like a college party, not a high school party.
Oh, there were some college kids there, I'm sure, but we had a blast.
Okay, bring it on, Kincaid. Goodness. Do you
Yeah.
remember this, Enrique, only like a couple of years ago?
Probably, yeah. I probably went to one, but it wasn't that wild.
You
But
went to
yeah.
one party in high school?
Yeah, I went to one.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
I was more of
I went
the-
to like one a week.
But you were also the quarterback.
Yeah, that was in military
You were like
school,
the
yeah.
jock, but the partier.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you had to
yeah.
be there then.
Man, you know, my senior year, like, they made me, because, long story short, but I had to stay in my dormitory my senior year, graduation, well, the night before graduation, which there were all the big parties, because of, they wouldn't let me walk across the stage the next day if I didn't stay in that night.
Who?
My school.
Like your principal?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. It was interesting. I was quite the fun kid in high school.
Well, hey, there has been some rumors in the NFL about Houston's own, I don't know if you want to claim him anymore, Deshaun Watson
Yes.
and the Miami Dolphins. I was told and saw by a league source that there's nothing going on, but there's been further investigation. So apparently Stephen Ross, who is basically like one of the owners of Hard Rock Stadium and the Miami Dolphins, he has a win now mentality. And he's like, okay, these Dolphins, they just lost in London on the road to the worst team in the NFL, Jacksonville, if not the Jets. But yeah, they want to get back on track. Tua has not been their answer, and apparently Deshaun Watson, they think is. However, if he would get there, he could be suspended. You know?
Yeah.
What do you think about all of this news?
It's interesting because, you know, in their mindset, they're going to get Deshaun Watson on a really, really cheap rate before all this stuff actually goes down. Because if he gets, let's just say the NFL dismisses all this stuff with him, you know, it's going to cost 7 draft picks and a player or two. You know, so in Miami's head, they're getting Deshaun Watson for cheaper than he would, you know, say 6 months from now or when he's available to play. So
Absolutely. I mean, the value is very low right now.
yeah, it is, and I think that's why Miami's willing to do it. They don't have to give up as much for him, and in all honesty, I think it's a great move for Houston and for Miami. Deshaun Watson gets out of the city, gets to go and do some stuff where, you know, maybe he's not as wanted.
Trust me, he's done some stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
but
kidding.
I think it's a great move. The Texans are in a rebuilding stage,
yeah.
as we've seen, so they get a bunch of draft picks. We'll get a couple of key players, and I don't know if Tua's coming with this package or not, but we'll see.
And as we saw, you know, Whitney Merciless, you broke the news on Monday that he was released from the
Yeah.
Texans. Now he's with the Packers, and he says he was just released 2 days ago, and you know, he says it's his new life.
Yeah,
That's-
and J.J. Watt even came out today and said that he's really sad at seeing, you know, what's going on with the Houston Texans. But, I mean, look, they're just in a rebuilding phase. And Davis Mills came right back to Davis Mills form this past weekend, which was not good for the Texans fans or betting.
2 shows in a row, we have dog Davis Mills at the beginning of the show. My goodness.
I hate to say it, if Davis Mills walked in here right now, I wouldn't recognize him.
I don't think nobody will.
No,
Yeah,
I would not
I don't
recognize
think so.
Davis Mills.
I don't think so. But there's also other trade rumors between the Panthers and the Eagles, talking about Sam Darnold not looking as hot, and then Jalen Hurts has not been the savior for Philadelphia either. Talking about Deshaun Watson possibly going there. I don't really see these happening, but who knows?
They say this
Who
deal
knows?
should be done tonight or tomorrow with the Miami Dolphins, and we know this came out months ago with this deal happening, and apparently they are really, really close to this. It might happen overnight. They said it would happen this week, so I expect to see Deshaun Watson in Miami before the weekend's up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're.
But the thing
they're
is,
in a
though,
hurry
he
to get
can't
this over.
play.
Well, I mean,
He can't
but
play.
just move. Like the Texans need to move on, and Deshaun Watson needs to move on, and then all the court stuff he can take care of on his own and stuff like that. The Texans need these picks. They need these picks bad. The problem with coming out this coming up year is man, the quarterback class is terrible coming out of college this year. It's not that good of a quarterback class like compared to last year and the year before. So, I don't know if they're going to try to go get a quarterback or what their plan is with these draft picks that they would get. But they're going to have to replace Deshaun Watson and all the numbers that he put together.
Speaking of, I had a little bit of a quarterback talk coming up later in the show with other teams whenever we go down Sunday's list of games. But
some Baker Mayfield talk. I got some interesting stats to put up for you about Baker.
All right. Well, let's move on. We'll hit the court a little bit for some NBA scoreboard, and I'll have Jeff take it away right here.
Yeah, let's do
because
it.
The NBA started this week. Who knew?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's funny you say
Not
that.
such a big knock,
I'm
but
watching,
I didn't watch any basketball games.
No, I'm watching the Sports Center or just, scrolling through the sports news channels, and the WNBA championship. Had no clue.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then they were like, NBA opening day. I was like, wait, what? Had no idea. No clue the NBA opening day was coming up, and they didn't do much marketing for it. They
I saw
really
the
didn't.
parade.
There was a parade?
Yes.
I didn't see the parade. I saw the stuff on ESPN.
Oh, no one was there.
Was it Chicago?
That's really sad.
Oh, man.
It was like the streets were empty.
Well, they're trying to really, really push it. Maybe people will gravitate towards it this next season. Jeff, I got to say this really quick. Josh, my brother, said Jeff was the original creator of Project X. Talking about in high school.
Yep, I know. And maybe I will. High school days were a lot of fun.
Sorry to knock you off your NBA scoreboard. Let's get to some of those finals.
NBA scoreboard brought to you by David Carrier over there at Smarter Mortgage. Give them a call at 281-650-0648. Mention SWB. Get a free quote ASAP. That's refinancing and purchasing from David Carrier over there at Smarter Mortgage. I know that he's helped 2 people out this week getting homes. So if you're looking to get into a house, and I know right now is the time to do it, call David over there at Smarter Mortgage.
I found myself a home.
Did you?
Not a house, but a new apartment.
Dude, we went driving through.
Thank you. Thank you.
We went driving
Less than a month
through
away.
The Heights area. What was it? 3 days ago, where all the old, looking Heights homes. But the Heights is like on the verge of ghetto and nice. Like it's like 2 streets is ghetto, and then you go into a nice neighborhood. It's strange.
Jeff, you're talking about all of Houston.
Yeah, well, no, not out there in the
There's
burbs.
no zoning laws.
I'm out there in Cypress.
Inside of the loop.
I'm out there in Cypress. I'm the only unmarried person on my street. It's terrible. But
come to the Heights.
Yeah, the Heights is all single, but it's expensive to be.
It is very expensive, yeah.
Last night, Pacers beat the Hornets 123-122. Good game. Bulls over the Pistons 94-88. Celtics. This was the game everybody's talking about. The Celtics at the New York Knicks. Triple overtime. Opening day for Madison Square Garden. I'm going to go on a Knicks bandwagon this year. I love the Knicks. They just play with a lot of heart. They play defense. They're just a fun team to watch. And when the Knicks are doing good, it's great for basketball in general.
One game.
They won.
I'm on the bandwagon. One game.
That's all it took.
The Knicks beat the Celtics in triple overtime. 138-134. Wizards over the Raptors. Grizzlies over the Cavs. Rockets got pounced by the Timberwolves. 76ers.
A-Rod was happy about that, I'm sure.
Ben Simmons, which we'll talk. Well, I guess we can talk about it now. Ben Simmons obviously wasn't in the game. Got suspended by his head coach. Kicked out of practice. That is the only thing that people are talking about. I didn't know the season started. I knew that Ben Simmons was in trouble. Ben Simmons and the 76ers. I don't know where they're going to go from this, but there's a lot of issues there. But they won.
With the way Ben Simmons played last year, tossing the ball to everybody but himself to try to make the shot, he was the talk. Is he leaving? Is he going to be kicked out? They don't want him anymore. And now this happens in game 1. You got to get it together.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting story to follow, and we'll keep you updated with the Ben Simmons situation. Hopefully by Monday we'll find out if he's traded or if he stays with them. Magic were beat by the Spurs 123-97. Jazz over the Thunder 107-86. Nuggets over the Suns 110-98 in a really good first NBA game. And the Sacramento Kings beat the Portland Trailblazers 124-121. That's your NBA scoreboard. Tonight there's only 3 games. Let me see. Tonight you've got Mavericks at Hawks, Bucks at Heat, and the Clippers at the Warriors. If you want to watch basketball, Clippers and Warriors game be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
And that's your NBA scoreboard brought to you by David over there. His little mugshot, his phone number right there. Call him for some money to get a house.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, that'll be a fun, in California rival game to
Yeah,
watch
definitely.
tonight for
Definitely.
sure.
The Lakers, I think they lost their first game.
Yeah.
I need to
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you're talking about the oldest lineup in,
oldest
in
lineup.
NBA, right?
Yeah, in history.
Did you see some of those outfits walking in?
Golly, dude, the NBA.
Russell
Yeah.
Westbrook.
They need to get like.
He looks like a character, like out of a musical. or
Thomas
something.
Kim says, would the Rockets be a good fit for Simmons? I personally don't think so. I think the Rockets are a young team. Simmons doesn't know if he's shooting right-handed or left-handed. He cannot shoot threes. I don't. We need somebody that plays defense. You need a Trevor Ariza-like. I think we have enough scorers.
We need to see more of what Ben Simmons is doing rather than nothing last night.
Yeah, apparently.
We need to see how he's playing.
He's not going to get vaccinated, obviously, and he's having problems with his head coach. He's having problems in the locker room. That's the last thing you want on a team.
Yeah.
So we'll see. NBA, that's it. We won't talk NBA again.
All right, let's get into some baseball. It is playoffs. It is hot. It is the championship series on the American and the National League. Let's start it all off with Hybrid Technologies Group. When it comes to reliability, they are the ones that you need. We're talking phones, cable services, surveillance cameras, and cloud services. Give Roy Stanton a call at 832-336-1201. Once again, that is Hybrid Technologies Group. Let's jump into the National League and talk about the NLCS, going over to LA, talking about the Braves over the Dodgers 3-1 in this series, and this is a must win for LA tonight for them to stay in this series. Otherwise, it's elimination game.
Crazy they were in this situation last year at this exact same time. Granted, it was in Arlington. Remember, they were playing in Dallas in Arlington Stadium because of the COVID rules. But yeah,
That's right.
LA is back up against the wall. Atlanta looks really, really good. This kid, Rosario, man, he is going off. Atlanta looks great. Turner's hurt, right? You saw him limp down the first base line last night, hamstring. Albert Pujols had to help him into the locker room. So I think Turner's gone for the playoffs. They just don't look like they have it. You know, they don't have that it factor like they did. Their confidence doesn't look like they're there. I think Atlanta wraps it up tonight.
And it's really weird because they're in their home stadium as well. And I know, like, Cody Bellinger got things going for them in the night that they did win. But tonight is a bullpen night. They've kind of like stretched out their starters. Max Scherzer definitely not getting on. He's had the dead arm. So this is who they have tonight with their 8 relievers for the Dodgers. They have 6 right-handers, 2 left, and their 6 number 1, Kenley Jansen, Blake, Trinan, Brezdar, Gretterall, Joe Kelly, which I believe is getting the start tonight.
Joe Kelly will get the start tonight. Houston's favorite, Joe Kelly.
Corey Nebel, Evan Phillips, that's the right-handers, and then 2 left-handers, Alex Vezia and Justin Brule.
Man, I just wish I want LA to win so bad because I want Joe Kelly here in Houston. I want the Astros to face the Los Angeles Dodgers again. If they win, Houston needs one more. They tie up their 3rd World Series appearance in 5 years. I want the Dodgers bad, but it doesn't. Atlanta
the thing is, I know you want it because of the rivalry, but at the same time, if you are playing your best baseball, you want to face the other best baseball team out there.
Yeah.
So, you want the best rivalry that you can get. And, the Braves, just like the Astros in Game 4, they won yesterday 9-2, and then the Dodgers won in Game 3 6-5. So they're looking for that bounce-back win. Who do you think is going to take it tonight?
I think the Braves wrap it up. I do. I think LA is kind of I think they're lost right now. I don't see them pulling it together. I think Atlanta wants to wrap this up. Who do I hope wins tonight? LA, because I want this
we know.
I want this series to drag on. I want the pitchers to get used. The Houston Astros are using everything they can right now, and when you get to the World Series, you want to be rested, or at least you want the other team to at least not be as rested as you.
Well, but that's the thing right there. Regardless if the Braves or the Dodgers win tonight, well, Braves will have more rest. If the Dodgers win, obviously they're going to keep playing, and so that's less rest whenever they do face the Houston Astros. I'm just going to say it right now. Oh, I hate doing that, actually. They will just have more rest going into the World Series.
Yeah.
Enrique, who wins tonight, the Braves or the Dodgers?
I really want the Dodgers to win.
Yeah.
That hurts to say.
I know, right?
Yeah,
That's
that
weird.
Hurts.
Yeah, I mean, it's the rivalry that everybody wants to see, that back-to-back matchup, and we've already seen all of the, nastiness of what people are trying to pull out with the cheaters, but I'm like, okay, Alex Cora, dude, you were managing, so I cannot even.
This cheater thing with the Astros has to stop, right? I said it a second ago. It'll be if they win one more game in that series, it'll be their third World Series trip in 5 years, all right? That was just 2017 that we're talking about. All right, throw that out. They're still an incredible baseball team. They have done insanely good things. Yuri Gurriel won the batting title this year in the American League. Second place was Michael Brantley, both of them on the Astros team. You got to stop with this, Astros are cheaters. They're not. And, the Boston Red Sox manager was on that team. And we even saw a blinking light at the Red Sox game last night, which was very, very, very shady looking. But all these teams try to gain an edge. That's what baseball's all about. Been doing it since they were in Little League. Everybody tries to gain an edge. Did the Astros get busted using technology? Yes, they did. But so did the Yankees before that. So did the St. Louis Cardinals before that. So did a lot of teams prior to that. But you got to stop. The Astros are a very, very, very good baseball team.
Making it to ALCS 5 years. I mean, 5 years. We're talking about talent, okay? And almost the same team, all right? And then you look at Altuve, who had so many all-time records. He did this season with home runs in the postseason. It happened 2 games ago. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it just list goes on and on. Let's jump into it. Enough Braves-Dodgers talk. Let's get you to the ALCS. Bring us in, Jeff, with Construction Concepts.
Let's go.
I'm fired up. Let's go.
Let's just do it. All right, Construction Concepts the ALCS brought to you by Construction Concepts, changing corporate culture one design at a time. From hospitality to corporate luxury retail and medical facilities, their team of experts can update or create a space that exceeds your expectations. Give them a call, 713-589-2682, buildithouston.com. Josh and Mark, let's go. What do you got?
All right, let's go. Let's go. I'm just fired up. Like I said, ALCS Game 6 tomorrow. Astros are back. Luis Garcia is back on the mound. He went out with 1 inning the other night with a hurt knee. As I mentioned on Monday night, that's his knee that he really gets his force from in his pitches, so they didn't want to strain that. They put him out. We already touched on Framber Valdez and how he looked amazing going 8 innings. They only allowed 1 run last night. Just an exciting win for Houston. But we move on and we keep looking towards this Game 6 because that can shut it out. The only difficult thing the Astros had to get past is Nathan Eovaldi.
Yep.
You got to look at this Alvin guy. I mean, I can't stand the dude because he's from Alvin in Houston, Texas, and he hates the Astros. But but 2, he's nasty. He's dangerous. He's going to be throwing those fastballs. He's a lot. But he's going to have those secondary pitches, too.
But he's worn out. They've used Nathan Eovaldi a bunch, and we got to him last night. And, one thing about a 7
games. The night
games,
before last, Alex Cora gambled on him, and it didn't work,
that
obviously.
That was a good gamble on his part, though, because I would have locked up the series, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So he took a gamble that lost. Now Eovaldi's, his arm's going to be a little worn out. The thing about a 7-game series is that you see these pitchers multiple times, and the Astros are great at figuring out pitchers and what they throw you and stuff like that. So the more the Astros see these pitchers, the better. I got a feeling the Astros hit him. I think they get to him early. I'm hoping that the Astros can come off with they've been coming on late innings lately, and I want to see them put together 4 or 5 runs in the first 2 or 3 innings of these games, maybe give a little breathing room for some of these pitchers, because our pitchers are young, and they're putting them in stressful situations early on has proven not to be good. Luis Garcia, what was he in there for, an inning?
1 inning.
1 inning last game, so he's definitely going to have to go more than that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is the most that last night's game was the most we've seen from any pitcher in this ALCS series.
Oh, what
it's crazy
game he pitched.
I know. Fantastic.
Framber Valdez, that was phenomenal to watch. Props to Dusty Baker, which I don't really give a lot to a lot of the times, but left him in till the 8th inning. Phenomenal. I wish that was at home, and I wish I was there to give him a standing ovation after that pitching performance, because that was golden to watch. I mean, the movement on his balls were absolutely ridiculous. Framber Valdez put a statement on his name for that game. For those of y'all that imagine if Lance McCullers was healthy.
Oh
this
my
series
God.
would be over.
Yeah.
Seriously, literally, I was going to allude to that. So, like, last night we saw what we did from Fromber. That just shows how much pitching helps out a team. Without it, we've seen the Astros just in shambles in that Game 2 and Game 3, just with no pitching on the mound, giving up runs left and right. The offense, this team really leans on one another. I say that in the sense of the pitching helping out the offense.
Yeah.
But any one of these guys can hit out of the park. We've seen from Jordan getting things going. Alex Bregman, we finally saw he was so quiet, who got things going in Game 4. And then Jose Siri, your guy, got a double last night. Jordan, again, after the homer, he came back and had he was one shy of the cycle, a triple shy of the cycle.
Yeah, it was wild. The first 6 innings of that game, Astros 1 through 3 hitters were 0 for 12, right? They had no hit. And Carlos Correa had struck out 3 straight times,
And that
which was wild.
Which was wild.
And then,
That was wild.
Jordan Alvarez single-handedly got us a 3-0 lead. It had 3 RBIs, and, like you said. And then it's just steamrolled after that. We scored 9 runs really easily, and our top players didn't even hit the ball. It was nuts. So imagine if these guys, Carlos Correa looked like he was a little bit off last night. Imagine when these guys get on track and start playing exactly the way they're supposed to. This team scores 12, 15 runs, no problem.
Woo! All right.
Hold on,
You heard it
hold
first
on.
here from Jeff. Jeff Michael, everybody. All right. You have high expectations for tomorrow, and let's
I need
see
tickets.
if they do it.
Who wants to give me tickets to the game tomorrow? No.
Who hits first in the lineup? We talking Jose Altuve,
Oh, Altuve. Keep the
Jose
lineup the same.
Altuve, Jordan Alvarez.
No, Jordan's 4.
No?
No, it's
Kyle
Altuve.
Tucker.
It's going to be Altuve, Bregman, Altuve, Brantley, Bregman, Jordan, and then if he tinkers with 5 through 9 or 6 through 9, that's fine. But Yuli's starting to step up, and when your 7-hole hitter is getting you 2-3 hits, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Yuli's getting those singles, but he is getting those important base hits and hitting the guys around. No, I'm talking about who's going to be the first one to score a run.
To score a run, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, we
That-
pretty much know the lineup from here on out.
That
Jose Altuve.
stadium tomorrow night will, if you don't have a ticket to this game and you can get a hold of one, get one. That stadium will be rocking tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
It is Astros fever. It took a while to get back here in Houston, but it's here, and watch, you will see it in full effect tomorrow. It is going to be loud.
What do you mean took a while? 5 seasons, baby.
Yeah, but
5. Count them.
But this is what I'm saying. See, people have kind of gotten used to us going to the ALCS all the time. It's sort of like, oh, okay, it's getting repetitive, so people aren't as fired up. Now you will see people start to get super excited over every game, every pitch. Tomorrow night, that stadium will be, for a trip to go to the World Series, unbelievable. And I was there when Altuve hit the home run on the Yankees to send us to the World Series. That was the most incredible game I've ever been to. Hopefully it'll be not another game like that. I'd like more of a cushion. But the Astros...
It was, I believe, 2 nights ago was the anniversary of it.
Yeah, the Houston Astros, the Boston Red Sox aren't as good as the Houston Astros just as a team. The Boston Red Sox did come out on fire. They have played very well the last month, and that's what carried them this far. But
They're
I think
a good team.
I think the Astros are prevailing now, and I think you see them at home tomorrow night put together a pretty strong win.
I'm with you on that.
It would be awesome for the city, and then back to the World Series.
It'd be funny though, like you're talking about, they're gonna get hits left and right. 4 RBIs, 3 RBIs from
1-0
this guy.
game.
I know. And watch it be 2 to 3.
Golly, that's stressful. And
And I do not wish for that whatsoever.
I love going to the games, don't get me wrong. But I get so into it and so involved that sometimes I think I need to be home. I don't like being around other people. I don't
watching games at home is the best. You can
oh.
focus on everything. You hear all the stats. You hear
Volume
everything
100.
going on. Yeah.
Screaming at my television. It is,
I will be outside of the stadium reporting live tomorrow. If you want to come see me, maybe get on camera. But I will not be in the stadium, unfortunately. But if you're outside of Minute Maid Park, I will be there going live from 4 to 7. Come see me.
Yeah, go Astros. Again, touching back on Atlanta, LA Dodgers. That series could end tonight as well. We could have you could have Atlanta, Houston, if both teams win, ready to go to the World Series by tomorrow night, and we'll see.
Well, before tomorrow night, you got tonight, Thursday night football. You got the Broncos traveling to the Browns. Denver is kind of, I don't know who has the edge here. I want to say Denver does because of the injuries, but then also you got Teddy Bridgewater, who's most likely to start. And, yeah, sorry if you are having trouble over the internet. We are fixing some of the connection that's happening right now.
I think we're
But let's get into Thursday Night Football.
Let's do it.
Brought to you by Fitz Roofing.
Oh, man, I got to thank my boy, Corey Fitzgerald over there, man. Hold on, let me pull this up because Corey Fitz is our new sponsor over here on Sports with Balls. I'm excited to have him here. Let's see. Fitz Roofing. Give him a call, 832-521-3001. That's fitzroofing.com. It's my boy Corey over there, man. They provide roofs and make financial contributions to the less fortunate families throughout the years. The professional people doing professional jobs. Corey Fitzgerald over there, man. Unbelievable guy. Fitzroofing.com, man. Go over there, check him out. And right now, I know in my neighborhood, we had a hailstorm hit a little bit ago. Unbelievable. There's roofs going up nonstop. In fact, he's going to do my roof, so highly recommend Fitz. Mention SWB, get a free quote on your roof. He'll take care of you. All right, let's get to some football and what's going on tonight. Denver Broncos, Cleveland Browns. It just came out that Odell Beckham Jr. is going to give it a go. Jarvis Landry was activated, and your boy Case Keenum will draw the start tonight for the Cleveland Browns.
That's right, and guess what? Perfect timing. It is homecoming for the University of Houston, and what a better way than for the quarterback to get the start in Cleveland tonight. Let's go. I see a guy behind the camera shaking his head. That's right. Go Cougs. So, yeah, both of these teams are at 3-3, but as Jeff said, the injuries roll on. That's good for Odell Beckham Jr. And, he doesn't play well with Baker Mayfield, so that works out even better for him.
Man, the Cleveland Browns are hurt.
They are hurt. They got Nick Chubb out, Kareem Hunt out, and then Jack Conklin and Jedrick Willis Jr. They're the left tackles. They weren't in practice on Monday or Tuesday, so that's not looking so good. We talk about Case Keenum, and excited for him to get the start tonight. He hasn't started since 2019 when he was with Washington, and then in 2017 he had a really good stint with the Vikings where he took them into the playoffs. So we'll see if Case Keenum can bring those old school ways from a couple years ago back to town tonight. Teddy Bridgewater, on the other hand.
That Denver Broncos defense is good. They are really good. What's the line on this game right now?
3.5 Cleveland.
I got Cleveland minus 1.5 right here.
Oh, it changed.
Yeah.
It dropped.
I've got Broncos all day. Broncos plus 1.5. I realize this is in Cleveland.
What's the money line?
Teddy Bridgewater is playing really good football. I understand he was hurt, but he looks good. The over-under is 40.5. Man, the Broncos are good. The Broncos are really good. The Browns look like they're in shambles, like they do. And Baker Mayfield.
Well, I'll tell you what. Teddy Bridgewater got hit 17 times last week against the Raiders.
I don't know if Baker.
And he was looking to be injured. He was questionable to play tonight.
Did you see Baker Mayfield's comments after last week's game?
He wanted to play.
Well, he said it's up to me. If I want to play, I'll play. It's not up to him. It's up to the medical staff and the coaches. It is not up to Baker Mayfield.
Joe Burrow didn't want to go to the medical room because of his throat, but they made him go.
Baker Mayfield's career numbers through 51 games: 26-25, 62.4% completion percentage. 81 touchdowns, 46 picks,
wow.
Only 242 yards a game, and a quarterback rating of 90. That's your epitome of average quarterback.
Yeah.
When we all think that, with the weapons he has around him and the running game that he has around him, is Baker Mayfield the answer in Cleveland?
No.
So, do you trade him?
Hint. Keenum going in tonight, even though he has the labrum he's been nagging with, talking about Mayfield. I've thought this about Mayfield. He hasn't had a good year since his rookie year.
Yeah.
And it comes out. It keeps coming out. Oh, he plays better without Odell Beckham Jr., but who is he really through the air? He has the targets there, but is he really making those connections with those guys? He may be a leader in the locker room, but can he carry that onto the field with his play? You just read his stats, and that tells you all you need to know in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's not good stats. That is your epitome of average. He's not. when we all thought he was the answer, and look, it's very hard to find a franchise quarterback. It's very, very, very hard to find a franchise quarterback anywhere. And Cleveland thought they had it in Baker Mayfield. He's now getting these injuries. He says he's about 80%, right? So I would let him play. If he gets hit one more time on that shoulder, he's out. But so what? Why are you sitting him? Why are you sitting him?
Well, maybe tonight's like a test run to see how Keenum does. And, if he does good, okay, well, then we'll just keep letting Baker heal his shoulder. But if not, it's like put him in, he's out.
But Keenum's going to go into a situation where the top 2 running backs are gone. So this is a lose-lose for Case Keenum. I guess he could come out away with maybe throwing for 350 yards. I don't know, but Odell Beckham Jr. is not 100% at all. You've got Jarvis Landry just coming back from an injury. I mean, Jonathan, without that Hail Mary last week, where would the Browns stats be? Like, where would the Cleveland Browns be?
I know. I mean, they lost, 37-14 or something like that to the Cardinals?
Yes, 37-14 to the Cardinals.
All right. So, I mean, yeah. But, you're looking at a Cardinals team that's really, really good, too. So, last week, it's kind of hard to compare that. However, the Browns are the Browns.
Man,
Baker Mayfield got hurt against the Texans, and that's whenever it's still been nagging from him. I believe that was like week 3. So that shoulder's been a pretty big issue. All right, let's do our picks. Enrique, who you got? Broncos or Browns?
Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, I got Broncos. Yeah.
All right, you're taking that big -1.
Yeah.
Jeff?
I'm going Broncos
Denver?
plus. I'm going Broncos plus a point and a half. I think the Broncos do this. The more interesting is the 40.5 over/under. This is a low-scoring game. That's what they're saying. I don't see that. I see Case Keenum.
What is the money line?
I don't know what the money line is right now.
I'm just really curious to see what the big change is going to be.
Plus 105, so it's nothing. I mean, you bet 100, you win 105. So, I think Case Keenum's going to have to throw the ball a ton. So I see the over. I see over 40.5 points in this game. I see Denver high-flying offense too. I like the over in this game a lot.
Okay.
I like Denver in the points and the over.
All right. I think Denver is going to win it, but I'm going to go for my boy in Case Keenum and just say the Browns because of University of Houston. However, I think Denver might walk away with the win tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get into some of Sunday's games coming up this weekend. Are you ready, Jeff? Let's do it.
Yeah, NFL scoreboard coming up for this weekend, brought to you by Joe Applewhite, Applewhite Realty, 713-291-5270.
Okay. All right. All right.
Squeeze it in.
Let's do it. Okay, so obviously we got tonight's game, but then Sunday coming up, we got Panthers at Giants. I would say this should be easy for the Panthers, but they just lost like 3 consecutive games.
Another team that's middle of the pack. They're 3-3. The identity crisis thing. There's like 5 teams that have an identity crisis right now in the NFL, and the Panthers are one. And I'm not going to say his name, but he's not healthy.
Are they getting old? Are they getting old or something?
No, they're not getting old. They started off hot with Sam Darnold.
I'm just kidding. They're having like a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
identity crisis.
midlife crisis. Sam Darnold, started off pretty good for them. You thought their defense was going to step up and be the Carolina defense that we all thought, and they wouldn't have to do too much. But again,
then you got your McCaffrey.
Yeah,
that's
again,
not
he
out.
gets hurt, and you're left with Sam Darnold trying to do too much. And this goes back to Darnold back on the Jets. No running back. No, everybody's hurt, and he's trying to do everything. It's just a bad situation for Sam Darnold.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. You got the Jets at the Patriots, which normally you'd be like, oh, Pats all day. And you may still say that a little bit. However, this Patriots team they just keep losing.
Yeah, Bill Belichick.
I feel like they're finding ways to lose it.
Oh, I was jamming.
I don't think they can hear you.
It reminded me, that movie Central Intelligence? When The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he's like a young kid, he got the curly hair, and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, so that reminded me
I have
of
no
that.
idea. I've got
You
football
gotta watch
intelligence.
what?
I don't know about Central Intelligence.
You got to watch that movie. It's great. The Rock, he played football. There's the reference.
He played football?
Yes.
Oh, I just knew he did
Miami,
the whole...
University of Miami.
Yeah.
He did the...
Miami
and a
football.
rapper, too.
Yeah.
He's a rapper now.
No, that I didn't
And
know.
now he owns the XFL. All right.
What happened to that?
Oh, it got pushed back. It was supposed to be 2022. Now it's 2023.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. All right. Jets, Patriots.
Jets, Patriots. Bill Belichick comes through because of rookie quarterbacks. Bill Belichick's great against them, even though Davis Mills proved to be a lot for New England Patriots. I got Patriots coming out on top on that one.
All right. I do as well. Okay. So this is one that I find a little intriguing is the Chiefs versus the Titans. The Chiefs are now at 500, 3-3, like you said, that identity. They're going up and down. And you have the Titans who just won over the Bills, which we didn't think was going to win.
Huge win.
4-2, so they have that momentum on their side. But this is an away game for the Chiefs. And the Chiefs won last week too, away, 31-13 at Washington. And I just ask, who is this a must-win for? I automatically want to say Kansas City, but the Titans really need to. They stepped up like on Monday. It's going to be a short wait for them, and they need to keep it rolling.
Dude, Derrick Henry is a
Beast.
monster.
Beast.
I mean, he looks to be having one of the most incredible NFL seasons. He might be up there now in MVP running.
Yeah.
For sure. He's got 783 rushing yards already. He's got 2 3-touchdown games. And this gets easier for him. Kansas City is not good against the run at all. So I would expect them to feed him more and more and more. He might have 1,000 yards rushing by next week. That's insane. I mean,
By week 7.
He's killing it.
Week
He
8.
is killing. He might be the first rusher. I don't remember the last 2,000-yard rusher, but it's been a while. He might be the first one in a while.
So you're saying that Derrick Henry steals the attention of this game?
Well, I just he's doing incredible right now. Right now, if he gets to 1,000 yards by next week, he's going to be, in my opinion, up there for MVP running. Him and Kyler Murray.
So, yes. Yeah.
I think they feed him the ball a ton. I mean, why not? He's getting 78-yard touchdown runs, like 60-yard touchdown runs.
But who needs this win more, the Titans or the Chiefs?
Oh, the Chiefs need it. Imagine the Chiefs fall to 3-4. The only loss, the Titans lost to Arizona in Week 1. All right, and then they lost to the Jets in a freak game. That was in London, I think. That was the first London game, I believe.
I can't recall.
I forget, but they lost to the Jets. Other than that, the Titans have put together an incredible season. Other than that Week 1 and then they lost to the Jets. So I got the Titans winning this game. Handing Derrick Henry the ball.
Wow.
Chiefs are beat up. Patrick Mahomes doesn't seem to be playing that well.
It's crazy how this has turned around.
I know.
And how the Titans have turned around, too, because they were sitting kind of low in the AFC South, but now they're moving on up.
They
All
were
right.
in the AFC title game last year. So, they're good.
That's true.
They are really good. The Titans have put together some great wins. And last week, beating the Bills, that was huge. Huge. That might come down to the end of the year, home field advantage type stuff.
That also brings up another point is it was Monday night, so it's a short week for him as well.
Yep.
Okay, we got Washington versus the Green Bay Packers. I own you, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. All right, Packers are now 5-1, while Washington is 2-4. I think this is an easy one. I just like to pick the Packers. I just say, what happened to Taylor Heineke? Because he was doing great at the beginning of the season. Now he already has 6 interceptions.
Last 2 weeks for Taylor Heineke have been brutal on him. But I expect him to play a pretty good bounce-back game. Are they going to beat the Green Bay Packers? No. The Packers are at home. Aaron Rodgers and that group are playing phenomenal. I don't see this game. They're not going to win this game, but at least Taylor Heineke can hopefully get back on a roll like he was the first few weeks of the season. But, yeah, the last 2 games for him, not fun at all. Not fun.
All right, now we got a pretty sleeper game, I think. Falcons versus the Dolphins. And I'm just like, okay, if you're an Atlanta fan, you don't even care about football right now. You're like, Braves, baby, let's go.
The Dolphins are excited about one thing and one thing only now.
Deshaun
Watson. So they don't even care about the game on Sunday. Just bring Deshaun Watson to Miami. Like if I was a Dolphin fan, that's all I would care about.
So
I don't care if I win or not this game. Just bring Deshaun. Yeah, well.
No, I'm saying all they care about are massages. No, just kidding. That was bad. Okay.
Dig on D.
Move on.
Dig on Deshaun.
All right, next one. We got the Bengals versus the Ravens. Ravens are smoking hot right now. They're 5-1, and I'll get to that statement here in a little bit. Eagles are 2-4. Jalen Hurts has not been the answer for the Eagles. As I said, there were rumors about Watson going up there, but so far this season, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and they are. We're talking about. Did I say the Bengals and the Ravens?
No, Bengals and the Ravens.
I skipped down to the Eagles and the Raiders. Sorry about that, guys.
Bengals, Ravens.
Bengals, Ravens. Joe Burrow is still resting his voice because of throat contusion. That came out today. And like I said, the Ravens are rolling hot. They held the Chargers to just 6 points last week. And in this matchup, it's easy to say the Ravens, but I'm curious about them because I feel like they're a very, hot and cold team. They're hot right now. How much faith do you have in Baltimore?
I keep telling people that they're going to lose, and they keep winning. But this is a divisional rivalry. Bengals, Ravens, one of the most intense football games I think that we've had up to date so far. This is a great football game. 4-2 Bengals, 5-1 Ravens. Division rivalry this will be for the top of the division. I love this game. This is the best afternoon game that the NFL has lined up. Joe Burrow, he's going to have to do some amazing things because right now Lamar Jackson is just killing people. And I think he'll continue to do that until about midway through the season. This guy's going to get tired. He's got to. It's unbelievable what he's doing right now. But it's at -6.5 right now. Ravens -6.5. I think
that sounds about right.
I think I go for the upset with the Bengals. I think
really?
the Bengals go in there and play hard. I think the Bengals pull this out.
And I have faith in the Bengals too, like that. I feel like they're really going to put up a fight and succeed. I don't know if I'll go as far as winning, but I could see it happening. Enrique?
I got faith in Lamar.
Lamar?
Not in the Ravens, but Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Interesting.
Ravens.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, next we'll go to what I was alluding to, the Eagles versus the Raiders, talking about, I don't know if it's your black and silver anymore, but the Raiders are back after a win, after the, coach mess that happened. But, yeah, they are back. They got the win last week. They're 4-2. Eagles are 2-4. And as I said a minute ago, Jalen Hurts, 8 touchdowns on the season, 4 interceptions. He has not been the answer for Philadelphia like they thought. There were rumors of Deshaun Watson going up there as well, but now you're saying that it might be confirmed by the end of the week. He'll be in Miami. Who knows? Who do you have in this game?
I'm back on the bandwagon.
He's back on the bandwagon.
Back on the bandwagon, baby.
I knew it. Back to Las Vegas.
Bring on the Las Vegas Raiders. I think I think the Raiders take the Eagles. They're on a momentum swing right now. John Gruden's not there anymore. I think that they got their locker room back together. Huge win last week. Huge win after all that controversy. Great win for them. Trying to put that behind them. Be a big week. They're at home too, so I like them to get this victory.
Okay, well, the next one we don't have to spend much time on, guys, but it's the Texans traveling to the Cardinals, who are perfect.
Their second home.
6-0, exactly. Like we said earlier, J.J. Watt came out saying, this is not the team that I'm familiar with in the Houston Texans. Whitney Merciless is gone. Let's be real. Who has J.J. Watt played with that's currently on this team besides Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, it's
no one.
The Texans are in a rebuilding stage, and we'll see by Sunday if this all goes down with Deshaun Watson. That could change a bunch of things too, because it'll take that pressure off. He won't be in the he won't be around anymore. I'm not saying the Texans get any better. They don't. The Texans are tanking.
What's unfortunate is Tyrod Taylor was looking to be healthier. He came out. David Culley came out in press conferences this week saying that his hamstring was looking better. But he will not be playing. Davis Mills will. And let me just read out Davis Mills' stats so far this season, okay? He's only had 4 starts. Okay, he's 88 of 139 for 912 yards, 5 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions. He has a passer rating of 73.2. Is it as bad as you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, that's about right.
Sounds about right.
Look, you take away that Patriots game, and it's real bad. I mean, real bad. I don't see it getting better. The Cardinals almost have the number 1 defense. The Cardinals, this is the biggest line you'll see all year. This is crazy.
17.5.
17.5 points in the NFL. That's absurd.
Exactly.
That is unbelievable. I wouldn't touch that game just because 17.5 points. Holy, man, that's a lot. That is a ton of points. Texans go 1-6.
Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona.
Well,
All right.
I look. So I usually like to play the points. The over/under is 47.5. Let's go over 47.5.
I'm surprised that it's even 47.5.
Well, I just think that Arizona, they'll have a 20-something point lead at halftime. The Texans are just going to have to throw the ball. They'll get 2 or 3 junk touchdowns. I'm assuming Texans are going to score 21 points. It'll be 35 or 41 to 21.
Guys, what's really going to hurt is when J.J. Watt deflects a pass.
Or intercepts it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, Hopkins is scoring. If once, if not twice, because remember he left pissed off. So he's gonna. He's
angry.
If you're playing daily fantasy, put Hopkins in. He's gonna get a revenge game. He's gonna go off. Hopkins is going to have 150 and 2 touchdowns for sure.
All right, we will move on from that game and go to the Bears versus the Bucks. And I just say, do the Bears stand a chance?
No. Tom Brady's having another MVP-like season, just killing it. This is just a normal Tom Brady-esque football game.
All right.
Tom Brady is God, he's my age. It's just phenomenal what he's doing in the NFL. With barring an injury, Tom Brady, he's going to break the passing. He's going to break all the records this year, shatter them. It's just nuts.
And you know who's coming up behind him on age? And I'm sorry, you will never get there, Ben Roethlisberger. I'm sorry.
Aaron Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh next year. Aaron Rodgers is going to Pittsburgh next year. It's already been kind of they are going to chase him. Roethlisberger's doing his little farewell tour right now. A-Rod will get tons of money. He's got a great defense, which he's never had in Green Bay, in Pittsburgh, and he's got a running back. And he's got incredible weapons. The receivers in Pittsburgh are phenomenal. Aaron Rodgers, I know Green Bay fans don't want to hear that. Pittsburgh fans might. Well, they'll probably love it. But Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh next year, that will be a fantastic football team.
Thomas says the Eagles aren't trying to win. They're playing for 3 first-round picks. The lack of play calling and training Ertz is pretty evident.
You want 3 first-round picks? Take Watson. Well, no, you got to give up.
He also says Odell is overrated.
Yeah.
You know, I can agree with that. I think we all can agree with that one right there.
The Cleveland Browns, for tonight's game are in a very, very sticky situation. Their owner is you've got to make a decision whether Baker Mayfield is your future or not. And right now, he's been a very average quarterback. That whole situation with Baker Mayfield getting hurt, both the running backs are hurt. You don't necessarily write off this season, but Baker Mayfield's he's not even close to the best quarterback in his division. He's got Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson in his division, so he's not even close to those guys. So in order to compete in your division, you're going to need a better quarterback. So do you trade Baker Mayfield? What do you do here? Because their defense seems to be pretty solid. If they can just get, it's an awkward situation with Cleveland. It's going to be fun to see this play out. I don't know what's going to happen, but if I'm Cleveland, and it's not like I said earlier in the show, it's not like there's a ton of great quarterbacks coming out this year either. So Baker Mayfield, Cleveland Browns, very, very icky situation.
And this is where I wanted to go. I talked about it at the beginning of the show, and I said I have some quarterback talk, and this is where we're at right here, the last game that I'll talk about, because we'll get to Monday night's game on Monday night. So the Colts versus the 49ers is the last game on Sunday. Okay, and it doesn't seem too flashy or anything like that. The Colts are 2-4. The 49ers are 2-3. T.Y. Hilton, he missed practice today with his quad. It's a 50-50 chance he's going to be able to play. And then you have a lot of their defense is banged up. And we're talking about the Colts. The 49ers last week, they lost to the Cardinals. It was great because it was only a score game. It was 17-10 by the Cardinals. But Garoppolo is expected to play this week.
Ooh!
Trey Lance.
Another chance to get hurt. Good for him.
Well, I was going to say, we talk about all the quarterbacks that came out of the 2021 class. And you got Trey Lance, you got Zach Wilson, you have Mac Jones.
Justin
Fields. And who's really on top right now? Who's really on top? Would you say Mac Jones is?
Probably, yeah.
Probably out of all these guys. Trey Lance isn't what the 49ers were thinking.
No, I think we talked about this before. How his delivery's really slow. He needs grooming. He needs grooming. I would definitely.
And I think that's what I think. I think Kyle Shanahan thought he was going to get that with him. Like I was really going to be able to coach and work with him and polish him. And
but of course, Jimmy G get hurt. Just like always. I mean, this guy he's a Will Fuller. He's hurt again? Will Fuller out. And I mean, that guy.
So, offensive tackle Brandon Knight doesn't report to the Ravens tonight. He says he's taking a break from football to focus on mental health and family.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah,
All
mental
right.
health is a big thing now.
Oh, we learned that with the Olympics and
Yeah.
Simone Biles.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
for sure.
In fact, I think I need a mental break right now. What time is it?
Getting back to Colts versus the 49ers. In this one, this is in San Francisco. Would you go with Carson Wentz or Jimmy G?
Jimmy G and the 49ers.
Oh, okay.
Carson Wentz has played great of late, though. I mean, well, not great. Sorry, bad adjective. He's played good of late.
He's played pretty good for the situation he's in.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
I think
I
what
think
the
that's-
resurgence also is Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor for the Colts, the running back, has just taken off the last few games, and that obviously, when you have a running back that can take off like that, it helps the passing game so much more. And I just really think the Colts running back situation with Taylor versus the 49ers running back situation where they're all hurt, it's just hard. It's very hard to get your pass game together when your running game's not there. So, but I like Jimmy G coming back in this game. I think the 49ers do have a couple of running backs coming back. We'll see what happens.
And the Bills will not play this week. They go into their bye. What a way to go into the bye.
Man, you see, there's
That
like
stinks.
7 teams on a bye this week. Hence the 18-game schedule or 17-game schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot of teams on bye this week. Good luck in your fantasy football. I had 5 players on a bye this week.
Dang!
Including Buffalo Bills starting quarterback Josh Allen, which sucks. But I mean, again, daily fantasy-wise, though, DeAndre Hopkins on Sunday should have an incredible football game.
Well, guess what, guys? On Monday night, either way we come to you, there will be the World Series picks
Yeah.
from the NLCS and the ALCS.
Tomorrow night, Astros will play here for a chance to go to the World Series. You'll see Atlanta and the Dodgers playing this evening. Tomorrow night, of course, I'm sure we're all taking the Astros. It should be an incredibly fun game to watch. I'm excited about it. I needed a day off from screaming. I needed a day off to regather myself. Last night, I was fired up. It was a lot of fun to watch these games. I love playoff baseball. Every single pitch is so important. It's just with the umpires barely calling a strike or a no strike, it's so important
Jeff,
in the playoffs.
I asked you this on Monday night, and I think you might have altered your answer when you were talking about who's behind the plate catching. Would you rather have Maldonado or Jason Castro?
No, Maldonado.
Okay, Maldonado is a better catcher.
Yeah.
Jason Castro can get things going in the batting lineup.
Yeah, but he's great to have off the bench in the 7th, 8th, or 9th if you need somebody. Castro's a great catcher, but Maldonado, obviously the pitchers want him behind there. He called, people don't understand, he called that game last night. That was an incredible called game by him, and phenomenal. He knows those batters on the other side. Machete's got to stay back there. Dodgers and Braves tonight, who you got?
Who I think is going to win, who I want to win.
Who do you think's going to win?
I think the Braves are going to end it right here tonight and silence the Dodgers. What do you think?
I think the Braves do. I think they do. I don't want them to win tonight. I hope the Dodgers pull it out because
It makes them more tired.
yeah, I need
Either
them to
team.
work their bullpen a little bit more. I don't need 3 or 4 days rest. Granted, the MLB gives both teams I don't think the World Series starts directly after. So
It starts on Tuesday.
yeah, so both teams will have or hopefully go in there well rested. But and sometimes too much rest is not a good thing. If they win tonight and they've got 4 days off, but sometimes that too much time is a lot. Either
Enrique,
way.
I'm actually gonna I'm gonna go with the Dodgers this time.
you're going the Dodgers to win tonight, so
Yeah.
you think they're going to force more games?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it.
All right.
Who won the All-Star?
What about you, Cole?
Who won the All-Star game? Who gets home field?
I don't know. I really don't know who won.
I forgot.
Cause Astros weren't playing, so I wasn't.
Yeah, we had no Astros playing the All-Star game.
No one,
Golly.
and then they didn't want to go on reserve.
what a-
Carlos Correa
Yeah, what a-
and Jose Altuve.
But we want to thank Christian's Tailgate for having us here. Obviously, we weren't here Monday, but we'll be back this coming up Monday to talk about Monday football and go over the World Series.
Woohoo!
So I want to thank Christian's Tailgate. Want to thank VYPE and, of course, Enrique putting this on for us. Joe Applewhite Realty, 713-291-5270. Everything he touches turns to sold.
We got to thank Hybrid Technologies Group. Roy Stanton is the man over there. We're talking about like phones, cable services, surveillance cameras, and cloud services. He'll hook you up at Hybrid Technologies Group.
Go Astros!
Let's go Astros! Let's do it! Woo!
David Carrier, Smarter Mortgage, 281-650-0648. He'll give you some money. Construction Concepts, they build stuff. 713-589-2682.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We love you each and every night. Keep commenting, keep posting, keep sharing the show. We love you.
Yep.
We hope to see you back for Astros in the World Series.
Crazy show Monday night. World Series picks, y'all. We're out.